to the Pre-Snap Podcast presented by LineStar, your top 3 NFL player prop bets for Thursday Night Football. We finally got a good one. Alongside my co-host Tyler Wiemann, I am Shannon Sommerville. Tyler, we've got a great primetime matchup. We've got the Cincinnati Bengals going up against the Baltimore Ravens. Ravens favored by 3.5 points in this one. We've suffered through some pretty brutal primetime games, but we finally got a pretty good AFC North battle. What do you think about this one?
Yeah, I finally am kind of excited to watch a Thursday night game. It's been a while.
There we go. Well, we've got your player prop bets that are available on Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, and Chalkboard. If you don't have those apps, go ahead and download them and use the promo code LineStar when you do to get up to $100 if your first deposit match. Plus, the tool we're using is the PropsAI tool on the LineStar app. It'll help you find the best value in the prop market wherever you are playing. It compares LineStar's projection to all the lines that are out there, and so it helps us tremendously when we make our picks, which we crushed it last week, Tyler. 12-3 in week 10, so we're sitting pretty for the season. We were 5-0 on our Underdog Pick'em show. We will announce that winner on this week's Week 11's Underdog Pick'em show, so stay tuned for that. Also, that reminds me, if you haven't already, make sure to do us a huge favor, like this video, subscribe to our channel, and comment below. A comment enters you into our prop bets contest. If we hit all 3 of our props, one randomly selected commenter will win $100. We came close on Monday night's show, Tyler. We were 2-0. One of our picks pushed, so we're going to try to go 3-0 on tonight on Thursday Night Football's picks. We also have our anytime touchdown calls, and then Tyler and I will decide who we think is going to win this game and what the best side to play is. All right, let's start off with Ravens, Lamar Jackson. Over 43.5 rushing yards. That is around minus 115 in the sportsbooks. Jackson's averaging 48 rushing yards per game. He's gone over 5 of 10 games, including at Cincinnati back in week 2. He had 54 rushing yards against the Bengals. He's actually gone over against the Bengals the last 3 meetings since 2021. This is a player, Lamar Jackson, we all know what he's capable of. He's fast, he's elusive. I've heard players describe him as just wiry, strong, and just really hard to tackle, which will be a tough task for a Bengals defense that could be without a couple key defenders. Defensive end Trey Hendrickson could be out in this one. He is suffering from a hyperextended knee. And then defensive end Sam Hubbard, another crucial component of that Bengals defense, could be out in this one as well. He's still dealing with an ankle injury. And meanwhile, the Cincinnati Bengals have already been struggling against the rush this year. In fact, they ranked 29th in rush defense DVOA. Tyler, it just seems like this is the play here for Lamar Jackson over on the rushing yards. What do you think?
Yeah, and quarterbacks are actually rushing pretty well against the Bengals. Also, 4 quarterbacks that have gone against the Bengals have been over in, 43.5 is a very big number for rushing for quarterbacks. To see that many going over, it is surprising. So Lamar was obviously one of them, but I like the spot. Bengals are beat up a little bit on defense, and as long as the game's close, Lamar is going to be running.
Yeah, absolutely. So looking forward to seeing this show, the Lamar Jackson show. All right, that is LineStar's PropsAI tool, picking our prop there. Now it is time for Tyler, you and I, to pick our props. Where are you headed for Thursday Night Football for your favorite prop pick?
I'm going to go to Joe Mixon, over 43.5 rushing yards. That's minus 115 in sportsbooks. Our LineStar projection, 60.3 yards. The consensus is 60.2. So we have a nice little buffer there, and he's averaging 59.6. And the weakness of this Ravens defense is their run stop. So I like taking Mixon, a guy that we know is going to get plenty of volume to go over in this spot. And 6 of the 10 run RB1s going versus Baltimore have been over.
Yeah, exactly. So like picking on that rushing defense of the Bengals in this one once again. So nice play there for Mixon. Tyler, 'tis the season for tight ends, isn't it? How about Baltimore Ravens tight end Mark Andrews over 50.5 receiving yards in this one. I got it at 50.5. It has since come up to about 52.5. I still like the over there, averaging just under 58 receiving yards per game. Andrews has gone over 5 of 9, and in fact, over 2 of the last 3 games against the Cincinnati Bengals, who rank 30th in pass defense DVOA against opposing tight ends this season. The last 3 tight ends have completely hammered that over. Texans Dalton Schultz had 71 receiving yards. Bills Dalton Kincaid had 81. 49ers George Kittle put up 149 receiving yards against this Bengals defense. Also, I do want to note that John Harbaugh, after the Ravens lost to the Browns, said that he wanted to see Mark Andrews more involved in this offense. He only had 2 catches in that game. Granted, it was for 44 yards, but he knows what Mark Andrews is capable of and the weapon that he is on offense. I expect when you hear from your boss a mandate like that, you got to incorporate Mark Andrews into the playbook a little bit more. So Todd Monken, the offensive coordinator for the Ravens, will be busy at work this week trying to incorporate more targets to Mark Andrews. And so we're going to just continue the trend here with the tight ends going over on that 50.5 receiving yards mark, or 52.5. I would still like it a little, probably 52.5 is the highest I would go there. What do you think about Mark Andrews' play for either daily fantasy or for this prop bet?
Daily fantasy, being the fact that it will be a single game, I think you're likely going to have him. He is, one of the best players on the slate. And 50.5 yards is just a little low for him. He can absolutely beat this Bengals defense, which isn't that great versus tight end.
And the fact that he had 44 yards this past weekend on just 2 catches, that's just what he's capable of. Yeah. He's 6'4", 250. He can get it done in the pass catching game. So I think he's going to be a bit of a mismatch nightmare for the Bengals, especially if they're already banged up on defense. Spells trouble. So I like the play here for Mark Andrews. All right, you can find those picks again, Underdog Fantasy, PrizePicks, Sleeper, Chalkboard. All of those links are below. And if you use the promo code LineStar, you'll get up to $100 of your first deposit match. So make sure to check that out. And as always, check out that PropsAI tool. It's been helping us this season. We were 12-3 last week, crushed it. So check out that tool at LineStarApp.com. Now it's time for our touchdown calls of the game. Tyler, where are you headed for an anytime touchdown in this Thursday night game, an AFC North battle? Who you got?
I got to go back to my boy, Joe Mixon. Look, he gets all the red zone work as a running back, and he's only been outpaced by Mark Andrews and Jamar Chase for red zone targets. So not only is he getting the rushing attempts, he's getting a lot of targets, and I think he is just clearly the best option to get a touchdown. And at minus 105, I will go there.
You're all about Mixon this week, even your prop bet and your touchdown call. Well, I'm all about some Mark Andrews this week in my prop bet, going there for my touchdown call as well. Mark Andrews plus 150 for a touchdown in this game. Andrews has 6 touchdowns on the year. That leads all Ravens pass catchers. And in fact, 12 red zone targets over the last 8 weeks. That's the most of anyone, behind only Jamar Chase. He's had a touchdown in 2 of the last 3 games against Cincinnati, too. He's found the end zone. Again, 6'5", 250, dynamic pass catcher, can do some serious damage in the yak department. I expect him to find the end zone in this one. And at plus 150, I like the price tag too. So let me get Mark Andrews for a touchdown. Let's go. This week's going to be a good one. Finally, an AFC North battle. And actually, did you know, Tyler, that the teams in the AFC North, it's the only division in football right now where all of the teams have a winning record?
That is interesting. I actually did not notice that.
Who would have thought going into this season, like even the Steelers? It's going to be interesting to see how this season plays out, especially since right now the Cincinnati Bengals are at the bottom of that division right now. How do you expect this game to play out?
I think the Bengals are going to win this.
Okay. What is your logic?
So going to the underdog, I just think that the Bengals are playing some of the best football right now. I know they just lost a tough one. It's just going to be more motivation and get them more fired up to win this game. But I think they're one of the best teams in the NFL right now.
Yeah, they were definitely one of my preseason Super Bowl picks. They started off the season kind of rough, but that was because Joe Burrow wasn't healthy. And when he is healthy, he's pretty hard to stop. That offense, though. I am a little concerned about the Bengals offense without T. Higgins in this game, though. And the Baltimore Ravens defense has been really, really good this season. Roquan Smith, former Georgia Bulldog, Tyler. We got one on the field on this Thursday night game. I'm actually siding with the Ravens in this one. I just think given the injuries that could severely impact the Cincinnati Bengals defense. Those, by the way, we are taping on Tuesday afternoon, so none of these are final yet. So something to keep an eye on as we approach kickoff is those injuries to the Bengals defense in this one. I mean, your best pass rushers could be out of this game, and I think that could, against Lamar Jackson, it's going to be a tough order for that Bengals defense. Lou Anarumo is a great defensive coordinator. However, I just have to side with the Baltimore Ravens. Their defense is playing well. Offense is, okay. They're pretty good too. They've got Lamar Jackson, so they're going to be in every game in this one. Both of those teams coming off tough losses over the past week. Looking for a bounce back. I think it's a nice spot for the Ravens to bounce back here. 3.5 point favorites. I'd like it a lot better if it was 3, but I'll have to go with the Ravens in this one, especially since you took the Bengals, so we can go head to head, and I can talk trash to you all week. It'll be great.
We're going money line.
Who do you think will win this battle of the AFC North? Let us know in the comments. If you've got a good play for us in the prop department, dude, drop that below. We're all trying to help each other out and beat the books. Also, if you think some of our picks are terrible, let us know that too. We like to hear from you guys regardless. And again, check out the PropsAI tool on the LineStar app. It's there to help you guys. So check that out at linestarapp.com. That's going to do it for today's show. Let us know if you have any questions again in the comments. A comment enters you into the contest. $100 if we hit all 3. Let's go get it. Tyler, you think we got it this week? I think we got it. We're close.
Let's do it. Let's go for it.
Good luck, everyone. We'll see you guys next time.
Good luck, guys. Bye.